Hello and welcome back to this series of how to make videos. A few days ago I was contacted by a teacher in a local primary school who wants me to come and run a workshop for her year 1 pupils, about 5-6-year-olds, on a topic of space and rockets. Well, I haven't done anything like that before, but I knew that you could make simple air rockets from plastic straws. Now there's lots of information about this on the internet, and several videos you can get on YouTube, but here's my version of it anyway. Now, to make plastic straw air rockets, you first of all got to find 2 straws with different diameters so that one slides nicely inside the other. Now, you may know that I actually run a technology supply service via my website, and I sell plastic straws, and I did used to sell the 2 sizes that fitted inside each other. This bendy straw fitted inside this jumbo straw really nicely. Unfortunately, this is my last box, I can't get them anymore, but I did find some thinner straws in my local pound shop, and I'm sure you won't have any problems finding some. So once you've got your 2 straws that fit inside each other, it is nice, by the way, for this thinner straw to be a bendy straw. The next problem we've got is we've got to seal off the end of the larger straw. Now I could use a glue gun, perhaps a piece of plasticine would work, but I'm going to be working with year 1, so it's got to be simple and safe. So I've tried using some sellotape and it works fine. So you just put the sellotape half on and half off the end, squash it with your fingers, bring it over, wrap it round, and then really squash it tightly like that, and then very carefully, without cutting the straw obviously, trim off the excess tape like so, and then just blow it gently just to check it's airtight. Yep, that feels fine. And when you put that over the thinner bendy straw, when you blow at one end, let's try it that way round, and already that's working fine. Now, embarrassingly, that straw has completely disappeared, so I'm just going to make another one, show you how quick it is to seal that off. These things happen when you make videos. There we go. I'll be a bit more careful when I test this one. Trim it off. There we go. I think I'll blow more gently this time. Yep, that's working fine. And you could stop there, but they do fly better through the air if you add vanes onto the end, like an arrow has or a dart has. So on the internet you'll find some websites where there are templates for vanes, which you can obviously use. I just cut 2 rectangles of paper. You could suggest that the pupils colour them in or do some designs on them. Hold them together, fold them in half. This is just to get a set of vanes that are perfectly symmetrical. Fold them in half there, and then holding the folded side there, cutting into the loose side, cut a diagonal so that you end up with 2 identical triangles. Refold them in half, put some sticky tape down the fold, half on and half off. We'll see whether year 1 are dexterous enough to be able to do this. And then stick it onto the straw, leaving a bit of straw coming out the bottom. And stick it on like that. So there's that one done, and then exactly the same the other end. the other side rather. Fold your other triangle in half. Put the sellotape half on and half off the folded edge. Can you see that? And then stick that one on the other side. Try to get it to line up. It's not absolutely essential. Like so. And then I think I'm just going to add another piece of tape onto the other side so that they're secure. We'll see how year one get on doing this. I'm due to do this in September at the start of term. And then fold out the veins so that they are as symmetrical as you can. Can you see that there? And now you'll find that it will fly through the air much better. I'm going to learn from my mistake earlier and just puff this really gently. Okay. I should have stopped there really. I'm sure that will be a challenge for them. But if you watch these videos before, I always try and work in my favourite material. You guessed it, Correx. It's a plastic sheet. And I decided to make a proper launch pad for the rocket. This could be cardboard obviously. But I did notice that with the 4mm Correx, if you open out the holes a little bit with a pencil, I've chosen a hole in the middle, open out both ends by pushing the pencil in, that the bendy straw fits inside perfectly and it's airtight. I'm just going to trim a little bit off that straw and push it back in again. Then I'm going to get another straw. This is obviously me getting carried away a little bit, but it does make it much easier to operate. And push that one in there like that. So can you see what I've done there? So we've got the flutes going that way. Open out the ends to make a tape with the pencil and then push the two bendy straws in. Now I'm going to stick that down onto the base with some tape. I think we'll put two pieces on. And we've now got a launching system that's easier to operate. You pop our rocket onto there. It's adjustable. You can, because it's a bendy straw, you can adjust it to go straight up, or you could aim it to go forward, and you could perhaps experiment with different trajectories. Now, when we try this in the school, I'm going to have a word with the teacher about safety. It is very light, but obviously if that went in the pupil's eye, we could have problems. So I think that we're going to insist that they test them vertically in the classroom, and then perhaps we'll get them into the school hall and challenge who can make theirs go the furthest, with all the pupils standing behind their rocket launchers. So I hope you enjoy making this very, very simple rocket launcher system.